Stock market soars on tariff pause. Here's the story in 50 points. 1. Asian markets experienced a surge on Thursday following the announcement by U.S. President Donald Trump of a 90-day pause on most planned tariffs. 2. The tariff pause sparked a global relief rally. 3. Wall Street recorded historic gains as a result of the tariff pause. 4. Asian indices followed the upswing on Wall Street. 5. Japan's Nikkei 225 soared over 2,000 points. 6. Taiwan's tech-heavy TAIEX surged 9.2%. 7. Trump announced the 90-day pause on Truth Social. 8. The pause applies to most U.S. trading partners. 9. The planned tariffs were replaced with a reduced 10% reciprocal tariff for most countries. 10. China was excluded from this tariff relief. 11. Tariffs on Chinese goods were hiked to 125%. 12. Trump encouraged Americans to be cool and invest, saying, "This is a great time to buy." 13. On Wednesday, U.S. markets posted stunning gains. 14. The S&P 500 surged 9.5%. 15. The Dow Jones jumped nearly 2,500 points, 7.9%. 16. The Nasdaq soared 12.2%, its best day in 24 years. 17. The rally began after Trump's tariff announcement was posted on social media. 18. Japan welcomed Trump's decision to pause reciprocal tariffs, calling it a positive step. 19. Japan reiterated calls for the U.S. to reconsider other trade measures, including tariffs on steel, aluminum, vehicles, and auto parts. 20. Japan's Nikkei 225 skyrocketed 8.8%, or 9.1%, to 34,510.86. 21. Within 15 minutes of trading, the Nikkei was already up 7.4%. 22. Australia's S&P/ASX 200 index surged 6.3%, or 4.5% or more than 6%, in early trade. 23. Taiwan's TAIEX index surged 9.2%, or 9.3%, to 18,982.55. 24. Tech giants TSMC and Foxconn jumped 10% and 9.8%, respectively, fueling the Taiwan rally. 25. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index climbed 2.69%, or 2.1%, to 20,810.43. 26. The Shanghai Composite Index followed with a 1.29%, or 1.2%, gain to 3,227.84. 27. Both Hong Kong and Shanghai had been under pressure in recent sessions. 28. Thailand's benchmark set index surged 4.5% in early trade to 1,137.03. 29. The jump in Thai stocks followed the U.S. announcement to delay a planned 36% tariff on goods from Thailand. 30. France lowered its 2025 GDP forecast from 0.9% to 0.7% due to global volatility and trade uncertainty. 31. Indian market was closed on Thursday, April 10, 2025, for Mahavir Jayanti. 32. Trading in India will resume on Friday, April 11th. 33. The European Union has put its counter tariffs on hold after the U.S. U-turn. 34. The U.S. president offered a 90-day pause to most nations but raised tariffs on China to 125%. 35. EU's Ursula von der Leyen warned that countermeasures will kick in if negotiations with Washington are not satisfactory. 36. The S&P 500's gain was the biggest one-day increase since October 2008. 37. Prior to the announcement, the S&P 500 had been down about 17% from its mid-February peak. 38. Even with Wednesday's gain, the S&P 500 remained 11% below its February 19th peak. 39. Experts noted that uncertainty remains as tariffs could restart in 90 days, and the China tariffs will likely dampen economic growth. 40. 98% of the stocks in the S&P 500 index rallied. 41. Tech stocks, including Nvidia and Apple, were among the best performers. 42. Airlines like Delta and American also saw significant gains. 43. China said it is raising its tariffs on U.S. products to 84% after Trump's tariffs on Chinese goods went into effect at 104%. 44. Delta Airlines had previously pulled its 2025 guidance due to trade war impacts on bookings. 45. White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett said tariff revenue is expected to help reduce the deficit and help bond markets. 46. Hassett also noted that talks on China had not yet begun. 47. U.S. stock index futures tumbled on Thursday after the previous day's sharp surge. 48. China's onshore yuan strengthened, and the dollar fell to a session low. 49. The Chinese Film Administration said it would moderately reduce the number of U.S. films imported. 50. Canada's Prime Minister described Trump's 90-day pause as a welcome reprieve.